Hey, my tribe. This is Queen Amina Black Love coming at you with a review for Married at First Sight, Season 12, Episode number 7. We're talking face to face this week. This week's episode dealt with the couples actually getting to meet up with family and friends in an effort to get to know the family better, to get to blend the families together better. And pretty much it was just, meet and greet type things, eat, drink. There were a few families that added some games, to get to know each other, asking different questions. And of course, we did have a special situation with our soap opera couple, Paige and Chris. Of course, we'll get into that a little bit later. At this point in the season, though, they're working at around 2 weeks being married, I would say. And so let's just start off talking about Victoria and Eric. Eric is sort of having issues with Victoria being a little more independent than he thinks she should be. She wants a little more alone time, I think, than he can handle. But Victoria is the type of person, she just needs her independence. And Eric is starting to look a little bit overprotective at this point, more fatherly than husbandly. He wants to push the narrative, I'm the husband. I need to know this. I need to know that. And he sort of wants this grown woman to be hopelessly dependent upon him, which does not work for him. So at this point, Eric needs to back a little bit. So, of course, Virginia's concerned about his problem with her having guy friends. Well, with these meet and greets, these housewarmings that they're doing, he gets to meet her guy friends, and she's a little bit nervous about it. But, the friends on his side thinks their opposite natures is going to work for them and pull them together because he's a little laid back and she's lively. He actually did have a conversation with her guy friend, alone. And they talked about different issues. And he, her friend seems to feel that she's ready for it. She's 100% in. The only thing he's stressing with Eric is he can't come off too controlling. So we're going to see how that ends up. If they mesh together well. So now let's just talk about Haley and Jacob. Oh my God. I think Haley's biggest issue with Jacob is Jacob. She can't kind of get over his quirkiness, the 80s type thing. And Jacob, is saying that, he's trying to mesh. They want to make it work. But he's always had issues in the past with what he calls special disasters, and the breakups were never his fault. It was always somebody else's. So he sort of talked with her friends about resetting their relationship after they went through their little tiff. And her friends say that she's sort of a commitment phobe. She has commitment phobia, issues. Once she gets in, she pulls back. So when asked, what they have in common, it was dogs. Haley said dogs. So we'll see where they go. You know how I feel about that couple. I'm not too keen they'll make it. So let's talk about Clara and Ryan. They're having those same issues, where she's ready to move forward and he's moving a little bit slower pace than she's moving. And let's check this clip out.
So we haven't had sex. We are getting more physically comfortable with each other, but for the first couple days, we didn't even kiss. We definitely took things very slow in the physical department. We were feeling each other out, trying to figure out what we were doing. I have had a history of I give every part of myself to everyone in every relationship, and so I don't want to fall too fast and too soon and then feel like I'm waiting around or pressure him into saying or doing anything too early. And
well, don't hold back.
I don't. Clearly I don't have that issue. Sometimes it feels like he's waiting for the rainbows and butterflies and the I love you and the sex all at once. Yeah, I don't know. I appreciate that he is not wanting to rush into things and wanting to make sure that we are emotionally connected.
So you see here, Claire tells us how she really feels. Ryan is saying he wants it to be more about love and not just sex. And meanwhile, she's saying she's sexually frustrated. When they met up with friends, she's saying, I've never even seen my husband shirtless. So she's waiting for Ryan to sort of relax, let his hair down a little bit. So, it looks like she may be delayed a little bit here, and she's developing tics, but we'll see where they go. Ryan's slow. She's a little bit faster. Hopefully they mesh. Now let's talk about Brianna and Vincent. They had a little tiff. Check this clip.
You good? So can we talk? I don't want you to feel as if you had to leave to get your head right.
I'm still really upset. Last night we had a argument and I needed a breather. I'm just tired of your smart comments.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I made it as far as the parking deck before I turned around. So used to going back home and blocking out the world and just being me, doing me. But now I'm a married man. I'm responsible for Brianna, Cookie, and I gotta be here for them. And I can't just walk out.
So, when you felt as if you were disrespected, or things weren't going the way that you wanted them to go, or I said something that may have offended you, I think what I was confused about was I didn't know that you were offended by anything I said.
It's frustrating for me when she's being disrespectful. I feel that I shouldn't tell you every single time you're saying something rude.
Like when I commented on your shirt, I wasn't laughing at you. And we were both laughing in that moment because, the champagne spilled and I thought it was funny. And I didn't mean anything by, the comment that so many of you.
Okay.
If that came off rude, that wasn't my intention at all.
Okay.
We're still learning each other.
Yeah, I agree. The right thing was to come back home. It's different, we're not just like boyfriend, girlfriend, we're married,
Exactly.
so it's different.
Yeah.
They definitely want to get away and cool off. And
Yeah.
think about
You have a 2-bedroom apartment.
true, right?
You can go in the other room and cool off and things like that. Like your comment, I'm going home. And in my mind, I was like, where is
Y'all know how I feel about my Brianna and Vincent. Y'all know how them my babies. Just hoping that, he learns to relax a little bit. Brianna's a little saucy. She's saucy and sassy. He's just going to have to learn to marinate in all that sauciness. So it's great that he only made it to the parking garage and he turned around and came back. There's a scene in here where he talks to his friend about the whole situation, and his friend sort of feels like we do. Check it out.
Just being that y'all have come from two different backgrounds, culturally, how has that been?
There's definitely a culture difference as far as how we communicate. She's very direct, and sometimes when she says stuff, to me, it sounds like a little disrespectful. I think someone can be direct, but I think you can also choose words wisely as well. I am very delicate how I communicate with
So they did the family get together, the meet and greet, and they both were anxious, had little anxiety issues, worrying about, will the family mesh? Will the family get along? Vincent's mom didn't even make it to the wedding, so he was really worried about how she would feel about Brianna. And it went off well. It went off without a hitch. Everybody seemed to get along. They played the games together. They ate. Mom complimented Brianna on her cooking skills. So it looks like everything's going to be great. Everything's going to work out with them. Let's talk about Paige and Chris. Oh, my God. As I said before, this always makes me take a deep breath. We have a video clip of Paige that sort of made me happy. It looks like she's come to the light. Oh my God, can you believe it? She's made a turn for the better. Chris is putting her through a whole lot of foolishness. Check it out.
Get a little challenging, or if he feels frustrated or flustered, he's ready to cop out. And to be honest, this relationship no longer serves me because I need a man that is going to be with me through thick and thin, through sickness and health, through death do us part, like all of that. You made vows and you still have not yet to honor them. So it is time for me to walk
pop
away.
the bottles. Let's celebrate.
And I'm okay
Do you
with
see
that.
the smile on her face? This is actually awesome. We are done too. We're glad you're happy to walk away from it. But now check out this meeting where she meets his ex-fiance.
I know Chris has alluded to the fact that we may be trying to work things out. And I wanted to make it very clear, me and him working it out, that's not my intentions right now at
This
all.
was so lovely to watch. It's wonderful that they were mature enough to handle the situation as is. But when you ask, I think when you ask Paige if she trusts any of the situation, she would probably give you. So Chris was really forlorn and sad. Check it out.
And he has nothing to say. He has nothing to say. He is probably embarrassed. I would be upset too if the woman I said that I'm supposed to run back to said denies me on national television and was like, no, that's not happening.
So that was Paige's reaction. She actually got the last laugh.
Yeah.
So this week was pretty good based on their relationship and the way things went with their relationship. Faith is finally getting some reciprocity for all the BS this Joker has put her through. So, to say the least, that's where the action is. I'm so happy for Paige that she's finally getting some, relief from this awful, sad situation. Next time, the couples are going to be focusing on their spouses and really trying to come to the let's get to love each other type thing. So they set up some special activities for them to, sort of reach that awe feeling where they're actually in love with each other. And one other thing, it looks like Chris is going to attempt to pull Paige back in again. We are hoping she keeps that same spirit where she's taking her power back and she's not dealing with this idiot another second. So anyway, y'all, get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about this week's episode. Did you have anything to add? Anything interesting? Any predictions for the coming show? As always, it's been real. It's been great. Thanks for watching my videos. Do me a favor, like the videos, share the videos, and also go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely free, I promise you. So go ahead and subscribe, join my tribe. Let's vibe.